leaves taste good like a beer should.
You said it. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco.
Try a frosty cold glass of Bavarian right away.
What's that you say? No Boulder Dash or baloney here.
Cheers, everyone, and welcome to the Unfiltered Gentleman. No matter how you take your hooch, we've got something ice cold and on tap. Now, serving it to you straight and unfiltered, here are Greg, Scott, and Dan.
Yes, that's right. That is us, everybody. Welcome in. We are the Unfiltered Gentleman. Thanks for listening. Thanks for drinking along with us. I am Greg. Oh, there, that's Scott.
What's up?
And that's Dan.
Sorry.
You guys been smoking?
A lot of fires. Sorry.
Yeah. Welcome to California, where it's year-round
It's
fire
that season.
It's
Yes.
true. Yes, it's not new to us anymore, unfortunately. Like I said, thanks for joining and drinking along with us. Shout out to Hayward, California,
Whoa.
for being our top listening city of last week. That's up
Nice.
there in NorCal. So
That's weird.
It is weird. Uh-oh.
My wife used to have some relatives that lived up there.
Uh-oh. Have they been listening?
Probably.
Have we been talking
as
about
soon as as soon as they heard I was on there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's our favorite. Yeah, we love him.
As soon as they heard, they canceled their internet.
Yeah.
Yes. So thanks, all you NorCalians. That's hella cool of you.
Yeah.
I think that's what they say up
Hey,
there.
I've been in Hayward.
I have too.
Okay then.
The wife is from just next door to Hayward.
Oh
so,
really? Yeah. There you go.
Been up there many a time. So thanks, Hayward.
Yeah. Thank you
Our burp
for being
word.
close to our wives.
Exactly. Wait a minute.
Wait.
Burp word of the week is Renegade, and there's multiple reasons for that, but we'll get into that as we get on through the show. Renegade burp word. If you're new to the show, if anybody burps on the microphone, it has to be at an attempt to do the burp word, which of course is Renegade. Don't forget to hashtag show us your beers when you're on the social medias. Also, tag us in any beer pictures that you post. We like to see them. And don't forget to rate and subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, whatever you're listening on over there in your neck of the woods, as Al Roker would say. Right? That's the weather guy, right? Al Roker?
Yes,
Yeah.
I forgot he actually said that.
You're Nobody watches Al Roker anymore.
Not anymore.
Yeah, so, all right.
I used to when he was fat.
Right, now he's just not as cool.
Yeah, he looks weird now.
He does. He looks like he's wearing a skin suit like in Men in Black.
Or something.
Right? He's the alien inside the dude.
God, you imagine what the rest of him looks like? I mean,
I'd rather not.
Oh my God, he must look like a ball sack. I mean, let's just put that out there.
You're kind of right. I do hate to admit it. All right, we're all looking a little bit parched, and we're making ball sack jokes already. So let's get on to our first beer of the week.
Grab your libations, pals. It's time for beer of the week.
And if you're drinking, well, you know that you're my friend. And I'll say, I think I'll have myself a beer.
I think we will have ourselves a beer. Our beer of the week, we've been looking to get this on the show for a while now. It's Bell's Two-Hearted Ale IPA. This is the beer that has knocked Pliny off the top IPA spot, or the top beer spot, the last 2 years in a row.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, dethroned Pliny as the best beer in America. We finally have our hands on it. Not super easy to get our hands on it on the West Coast. 7%, has 60 IBUs, and a 95 on Beer Advocate to go along with a 397 on Untapped. From the brewery, they say, brewed with 100% Centennial hops from the Pacific Northwest and named after the Two-Hearted River in Michigan's Upper Peninsula. This IPA is bursting with hop aromas ranging from pine to grapefruit from massive hop additions in both the kettle and the fermenter. Perfectly balanced with the malt backbone and combined with the signature fruity aromas of Bell's House yeast. This beer is remarkably drinkable and well-suited for adventures everywhere.
God, this is good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is this beer or America's #1 beer worthy?
It's very interesting, like where they said, yes, it is very well balanced. I don't really feel like any one part of it like stands out. Like it just tastes like really great beer, for me at least.
It's really easy to drink.
Yeah. My senses could be numbed for some reason.
You a little stoned?
Yeah. No, I'm not.
Even if you are, that response is perfect. I get not a whole lot on the nose, personally. It doesn't have a lot to it. But, yeah, really easy drinking, really well balanced, like you say. really enjoyable. Does not taste like 7%.
No. Oh, no.
Right?
No, it doesn't.
It's real, like you said, balanced. I think it's got a great mouthfeel to it, as Dan used to say.
I used to.
You got to get back on that train.
I do. Oh, my God.
Maybe we haven't had a lot of great mouth-feeling beers recently.
That's true, but this is a good one.
This is a good one. This has, I think the hop in there is really well balanced. Not too much early hops, a lot of dry hop. You get a little bit of juiciness. It's also fairly see-through. I can see my hand on the other side. I wouldn't call it 100% clear, but it's fairly see-through. It's kind of, I don't know, what would you call that, like a rusted color?
That's what beer is supposed to look like.
That's right. I've talked everyone's ear off. Scott, what say you about Two Hearted Ale?
Agreeing with the smell.
Uh-huh.
Not a lot of smell, but the taste is, yeah. I can't really pin it down. I mean, it's like a lot of different flavors all at once.
All circulating in your mouth hole.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe because I am a mouth hole.
Right.
And I'm thinking maybe it's because, being off the last couple of days because we were shut down for the fires.
Oh, uh-huh.
Just, trying to keep myself like moist with a lot of beers just in case. Yeah. So
what you're saying is you've had a lot of beers.
I drank a lot because I was off. Yeah.
Okay. But would you say
It's raining hops?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's raining hops? Yeah, it's not one distinct flavor that's like popping out.
No.
I guess that speaks to the balancedness.
Yeah. There you go.
Of it. I do get a little bit of that like piney dankness, but not like woo, like an old school IPA like that. It's just really good and easy to drink.
It's delicious.
Yeah, it drinks like a pail, really.
Yep. I Reiki.
Dan approves over there.
That's right.
All right, great. Well, we'll drink on that for a while, and in the meantime, we'll get into some crotch talk.
Have a grievance to share? It's time for crotch talk.
Let's see. I don't really, not really too much of a grievance. Let me start off with a quick little report. Went to Enegren's Oktoberfest, like I threatened a show ago, and got very well hydrated, as one can imagine.
Yeah.
This was probably the most crowded Oktoberfest of Enegren's that I had been to. I was talking to the pizza guy that was there, and he's like, we brought double the amount of stuff we brought last year, and this year we were already sold out, where last year they didn't sell out.
Holy shit.
So that's how busy they were. It was packed. It was nuts to butts in the whole place.
Is that right?
And outside. Yeah, it was crazy.
Oh, my God.
Lines were pretty long. It was actually surprising like how long we had to wait for beer, especially, early on in the day.
It's probably hard to find a line.
It was a little hard to find a line.
Yeah.
Especially once I kept drinking so much. Lines kept disappearing. So, we had a few there. We had a good time. We're all lederhosened up and everything. And then afterwards. So, Big Dick Nick was there, as was Coley of the Booze League. And our friends Brian and Deb showed up. And then friends of friends were there. We're having a good time. And after a while, like, why don't we just bring this back to my place?
All right. I
have a keg of Enegren.
Oh, yeah.
On the kegerator.
There you go.
That Idle Pills down there. So we came back.
Discount price.
Right. Of free 99.
Whoa.
Continued the party here. Had some pizza. Deb stops at Taco Bell on the way. She's like, I'm just going to grab some food. I'll be right over. Came back with like 30 tacos for everybody.
Wow. Holy shit.
Was kind of a hero of the night. So that was good times. But Enegren always thrown on a great party. And then over the weekend, this most recent weekend, I was up in Paso Robles doing my wakeboarding as I normally do. It's why I can hardly breathe right now. I hurt so fucking bad. Normally, like I go early in the summer and I get the one trip out where you just look like an old person and you hurt like hell for a week. And then all the other trips throughout the summer, it's fine. It doesn't really hurt that bad. But because we had the wedding and so much shit this summer, this is only my second trip. So it feels like my first trip all over again. I haven't been in like 5 months. Man, I can barely walk. Like breathing hurts because like I have this pinched nerve in my shoulder.
Oh man,
I sound like such an old fuck. The lady friend fell really hard on the last day and like has a minor concussion. Didn't go to work yesterday.
Oh jeez,
it was rough. But
sounds like fun.
Yeah, right. I know. As I say it out loud, why do I do this? Normally it's fun. But one of the fun things we did was on Saturday night, Nick Offerman was doing a stand-up. Well, I say stand-up, was performing. Nick Offerman,
okay.
Everybody knows Ron Swanson from Parks and Rec.
Oh, right.
Yes. He was doing a stand-up thing, and it was great. Paso Robles
love him.
Yeah, it's a very...
not in a weird way, but...
Yeah, right-leaning politically town, if you catch my drift there. And he is not at all that direction. Ron, I could see where you would think Ron Swanson might be. He's a guy who hates the government, likes to hunt, likes whiskey and steak, and blah, blah, blah. But Nick Offerman, the real person, very left-leaning.
Oh, wow.
And so it was hilarious to watch people walk out of the show.
Were they really? Yeah?
It was this big amphitheater they have there. Lots of people were there. It was packed to the beginning. And he went on and look, he didn't just come out and say like, fuck the Republican. It wasn't low-hanging fruit like that. It was actually very intelligent. And he never once really was mean to people or anything like that.
Okay.
But it was left-leaning comedy. And at one point, he brings up Catholic priests and makes a couple jokes on their behalf. And then makes a joke about why the nuns aren't always getting in the same sort of trouble that the priests are. At which point, at least 30 people in front of me stood up and walked out.
Are you serious? Oh, my God, dude.
Which was hilarious. Like, he didn't even bat an eye. He just kept going. So I'm sure he's been in certain cities where this has happened before. Because people probably go there thinking, like, we're going to go watch Ron Swanson. He can talk about steak and whiskey the whole night and bacon and eggs. And they get Nick Offerman, who's not Ron Swanson, to the point where it was really funny. He sang, he did stand. It was like a little bit of everything. It was a very fun and good show if you're of a certain persuasion, I guess, if you're not easily offended and on the other side.
Right.
After, he's all right, good night, everybody, and walks out. And of course, the house lights don't come on, so it's going to be an encore of some sort. Everybody leaves. That place empty. Well, who was left emptied out, and a few of us stayed. And it was such a good. It almost is like he rewarded those who stayed with like some of his best stuff. He came back and sang a song about why he's not Ron Swanson, like the differences between Nick Offerman and Ron Swanson. And the greatest part is, in the show, Ron Swanson was married to Tammy, played by Megan Mullally, and in real life, that's his wife. And so the whole song's about why they're not the same person, except at the end he goes, except we both get wood from my wife. It's kind of funny. And then he ends the show by singing Bye Bye Little Sebastian, which was great if you're a Parks and Rec fan.
Oh, yeah.
So really fun show. Sorry to all the right-wingers out there that were not a fan of him talking poorly about the Catholic Church. Sorry about that. But overall, a very great and funny show. Hopefully, you can open up and enjoy it if he's in your town. If you're a Parks and Rec fan, you're still going to enjoy it. But,
I loved him.
Yeah.
And his wife, and I can't think of the show she was on.
Something about... Or was it
with the
Grace? Will and Grace.
Will and Grace, yes.
I was going to say something about Grace.
She was great on that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pony up to that microphone over there.
Okay, I will.
Point it at
Here
your face. Raise it up if
where's
you
my
have
face?
to.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, that's my face.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, she's great on that. And she came out and sang Bye Bye Little Sebastian.
Oh, did she?
Which was great.
Nice.
So it was funny. Anybody else? Any crotch talk? Any beer reports to talk about? Anything bad happened to you? I know we've been having fires, which has been fun.
Yeah, little thing with the fire, but
you got to go home from work, so that's nice for you.
It was kind of cool. Well, it's cool now that I found out, but like I was at work Friday morning and we were told, hey, you guys got to go home. And which when I went outside, I'm like, why? Because I didn't think it was that bad. But anyway, so while I'm on the way home, and the wife calls and says, hey, you got to find the back roads because I'm just told that the freeway's closed. And I'm checking my GPS and everything. I'm like, what? It looks like it's okay. I'm going to take a chance. And long story short, I was going west on the 118, which is wide open because it was closed behind me.
Right.
So I had no problem. But to go east, they were shutting the freeway down. And nobody's going to know what I'm talking about. At Cuner Drive, you have to go to Santa Susana Pass. And she talked to one of her coworkers.
Good night, everybody.
Yes. One of her coworkers said, I've been sitting here for an hour and haven't moved.
Oh, fuck that.
So the wife calls work and they're like, don't even bother. So anyway, long story short, yeah, I got 2 days off, got paid.
Nice.
So
you got 2 days off, got paid, but I don't think anybody in this room got Columbus Day off.
Nope.
No.
I didn't even know it was Columbus Day.
I know.
But I'm gonna go
I didn't know that either.
I do want to go start more fires to get more days off.
Yeah, we should do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, all you got to do is fart in California and it
Yeah,
catches
no kidding.
on fire.
Yeah.
It's pretty dry out here.
Yep.
All right. Well,
I'm
good
surprised
time.
it's still a holiday with all this progressive bullshit.
Well, you know what's funny?
Is it called Columbus Day?
Well, it
still?
depends where you are. LA County changed theirs. Los Angeles County changed theirs to be called Indigenous Peoples Day. A lot of people have done the same. There's also a lot of Native American Day. I was reading about it today. A lot of other countries, like Latin American countries, call it like whatever indigenous something days.
Oh, really?
And the Americans are actually more recently to adopt that. It seems like a lot of Latin American countries down south have jumped on that board years and years ago.
Interesting.
Probably because they're the ones that really got fucked by Columbus.
Yeah, I was going to say, a lot of the countries down south of us, it's like the day Columbus and his men raped and killed us.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my butt hurts day or something. So,
I don't understand why they would call it Indigenous Peoples Day when it's like, it was the day you all died, remember?
It should be like fuck Whitey Day
or something. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, fuck the Europeans Day.
Yeah.
So, anyways, there's that for you. Sports news. Let's talk a little sports.
Oh, jeez.
Here we go.
Nice.
Oh, hold on. That's the wrong song.
Oops.
I thought I was at the Chargers game. Hold on.
Oh, hey, come on.
Sorry about that.
Oh,
And now, the sports. Brought to you by cleaninguptheglass.com.
Whether it's the Baltimore chop or the 1-2 punch, it's time for sports.
You knew it, that man. I just pointed at you. It's like, I have I forgot. I dropped a new post maybe over the weekend or something like that. I can't remember. But it's just like a what if scenario. And I basically called it what if Michael
before
Jordan.
The weekend.
Yeah, Michael Jordan never existed. And
that was a good one.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I just kind of brought up this idea that, you erase all his stats from, the record book. What do you have? A lot of people think, like, especially on Twitter, which I've taken a hiatus from, they like to say that he played against a bunch of plumbers and, but it's like, you look back, there's some guys that really should have stood out, but they just didn't get the chance now because Michael just killed everybody.
Stood out for them.
Yeah. It was ridiculous. Like 10 scoring titles in a row. You erase him. Like Dominique Wilkins wins a whole bunch. Karl Malone wins 5. Like, it was pretty cool to just kind of go through and see how that kind of shook out. And I also see, I kind of give my takes on who would have won the championships if Jordan and his Bulls weren't around either. So, those 6 championships are all up for grabs.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. It was good.
Oh, thank you.
I read it.
I read the first beginning of it, and then I got distracted, and I need to go back and finish. So my apologies.
Okay. Yeah, no problem.
Well, let's get out of the way. The MLB playoffs are underway, and the Dodgers are no longer in it. They were eliminated.
What the fuck, dude?
Eliminated in 5 by the Nationals. And I know what you're thinking, oh, good. The guys from LA are going to talk about the Dodgers for the next half hour because they're from LA. But here's the thing. It was a big upset, whether you're from LA or not. Like, no one saw this coming other than myself.
Us.
Yeah. Because Dave Roberts should be fired.
Yeah.
He's the worst pitching decision coach, manager in all of baseball. He makes horrible decisions. I hear Joe Madden's looking for a job.
Oh, yeah.
Scott just had a heart attack.
1,000 things going through my mind. Where he was about to sign with the Angels until the Tyler Skaggs thing came out.
Oh, okay.
And now he's like backing off. So, but the Dodgers extended Roberts. So
yeah, they what's his name? Alex Friedman, their GM, today said that Roberts' job is safe.
Yeah. Well, they extended both of them last year. It was Kershaw and Roberts. Remember?
Roberts is through 2022.
Good Lord.
Yeah, they need to dump both of them, unfortunately. Must be nice, Nationals, to have
Jansen
a pitcher that
you.
can go for another inning, more than an inning.
Yeah.
Do what now?
Take Jansen with you.
Oh, please.
Yeah.
I want to keep, what's the guy's name? Short little guy. He was in trouble for potential domestic abuse earlier in the year.
Urias.
Yeah. Uranus.
Yeah.
He's really good. I'll keep Walker. I'll keep Ryu. I'll keep Kenta later on in the rotation. He can never start again, but he can come in and relief for an inning. Other than that, man, we need to blow up that pitching squad.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just, I kind of got his reasoning in a sense. Like, I didn't get why he brought Kershaw in as a reliever in that last game. That didn't make any sense. But I kind of saw why he left him in when everyone was saying take him out. Because it's like, that's his guy. Kershaw's supposedly a great player. You kind of
was
2 years ago.
Well, but you kind of owe like great players like that opportunity to kind of dig themselves, like redeem themselves. Like he's the only guy in sports that I was thinking of that like Peyton Manning for a long time couldn't get over the hump, got over the hump. LeBron James for a long time couldn't get over the hump, finally got over the hump. Like this guy
help from his friends.
Yeah, this is the guy that sees like he's the only one that is just not going to get over the hump ever.
And that's what I was going to say. To argue against your argument, why didn't he pull him? He should have pulled him because Clayton, no matter how good his regular season is, which this year was not that great, always notoriously bad in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So what's going to be different? He came in, he struck him out, and the inning was over. Good job. You made it out. Don't put him back in.
Right. He should have never entertained the idea of having him as a reliever in the first place. I don't think. If you're not going to go with him as a starter, don't go with him at all.
Touche.
That was my thought.
I like that. I will say, I'll have to admit, I've been saying for a few months now that he should move Kershaw down in the lineup to like a reliever or maybe like a Jensen kind of spot. I thought, he's still got like 1 or 2 good innings a game in him. And when he did that, I thought, you know what? That's probably a pretty smart idea. Bring him in, have him get 1 or 2 innings out of the way. and if Walker's having a bad game, maybe he could do 3-4 innings and save the game for us. And boy, was I wrong. so wrong.
Oh, man.
So,
well, without boring the un-Dodger fans,
too late.
As soon as I saw Kershaw warming up, I'm like, no, don't bring him in.
Yeah.
because Walker was still doing okay.
Yeah, but
we still had.
I mean, Walker was. You can see signs of getting tired.
Yes,
but not Kershaw. Kershaw was not the answer.
Yeah, I was seeing his arm kind of turning to jelly a little bit.
Yeah, you can see he was.
He probably had another couple batters in him, but
I don't know. I kind of felt like, all right, you got to yank him, but don't put Kershaw.
After Game 2, I didn't want to see Kershaw the rest of the postseason. After Game 2,
I hope.
After the whole season, he just wasn't sharp. He's done.
Yeah,
he's done.
He's either done or he needs to reinvent himself, like Mr. Upton.
Scherzer.
Yeah,
he's got to get traded or something.
Scherzer was an overpowering pitcher, and now he's realized he's old. So
and he took a shit for a while. It was awful.
Right, and same with Verlander.
That's what I meant. Verlander, not Scherzer.
He was overpowering, and he realized, hey, I don't have it anymore.
Yeah.
So I got change my style and
switch it up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Though I guess when you have the confidence of Verlander, because you see who he's going.
Yeah,
on
no
to.
kidding. Look who he's
my
fucking.
God.
Yeah,
good
imagine.
Lord.
So, all right.
Imagine you screw up, you get those titties at home. Who cares?
No matter how bad your game was,
I wouldn't even pitch anymore.
Yeah, just be done.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm
hey,
done.
you're starting tomorrow? Nah. I'm good. On to some basketball talk.
Here we go.
Rockets GM Daryl Morey, in a tweet, supported the Hong Kong protesters, and boy, has the league blown up over this. I'm sure Dan's been following this.
Oh, yeah.
As an avid NBA expert, and this should be
Of the Thank you very much. Thank you.
He tweeted in support of the protesters. Then they made James Harden apologize for him. And then they had games in China. I think it was like the Lakers and the Nets or something were supposed to play in China.
Yeah.
And then they had this meeting of like, we don't know what we're going to say. And as of yesterday, Monday, LeBron came out and said, this shouldn't have been said or whatever, as if he's siding with the league, which I think is the wrong way to go. But the worst way to go is to just not know. Boy, did the league drop the ball in handling this. It's like, well, we don't know which side of this we're going to be on, but shit.
Yeah. Like a spineless.
Yeah, they just pick a side.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just interesting to me how the NBA will let their players and everybody just kind of speak out on everything. I mean, that's what prompted the whole shut up and dribble response from Trump in the first place. Right?
Oh, yeah,
whoever the hell said that. Yeah, it's everyone speaking out on what they think. And it was funny because Daryl Morey had just one thing to say about, liberating China or something. Right. It was like, no, don't say that, because they got so much money in it. Did you guys, I know you guys watch South Park. Did you guys see that one where they did that episode about China?
Is this recently? I haven't seen South Park.
Yeah, it was a recent one. Yeah, it's called Banned in China. And then the episode got banned in China.
Did it really?
Of course it did.
Because it's
I'm sure I recorded it.
Yeah, something about Randy, I guess, is trying to sell stuff in China, and then he finds out how much people are pandering to China and the government, and how Disney rewrites all their stories to make China happy and all this stuff. And yeah, so China didn't like it, and I guess Trey Parker and Matt Stone issued an apology to China after they got banned.
Did they really?
Yeah, and it says, like the NBA, we welcome the Chinese censors into our homes and into our hearts. We too love money more than freedom and democracy. Z doesn't look just like Winnie the Pooh at all. Tune into our 300th episode this Wednesday at 10. Long live the great Communist Party of China. May this autumn's sorghum harvest be bountiful. We good now, China? That's it.
That's great.
Total mock apology.
Yes, that's a very South Park response.
It was.
I love
and they caused Anthony Davis's injury.
Oh yeah, it was totally their fault.
Yeah.
Way to go, China.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, LeBron says that Morey was misinformed. It's like, So he's for democracy, but he's misinformed.
Yeah, right.
I think the league was misinformed, but whatever.
I like how LeBron is like the unofficial spokesperson of the league at this point.
Well, he's their bitch.
Yeah.
They'd like, oh, we need some cleanup. LeBron, get out there and
Isn't that interesting?
say something nice.
That's how you know he's not the GOAT, because when Jordan was around, the league was his bitch.
Could you imagine going to Jordan or Kobe, for that matter, like, you know what, we fucked up with China. Can you just get out there and say how much we love them and we love communism and blah, blah, blah?
Nope.
Not going to happen.
Nope.
You get a big middle finger.
I'm just going to win a championship.
Exactly. I'm a little busy over here winning.
Yeah.
Also in sports news, football, Cam Newton, the trade whispers have started.
Oh, boy.
He's healthy. He can return now, but I don't think they'd be smart putting him in that lineup.
They don't need him.
Nope.
Yeah.
Especially the way McCaffrey's playing.
Yeah.
He's killing it.
Yeah, oh my God, he's on my fantasy team. He's really killing it.
Oh, is he really?
Oh, yes, he is.
Oh, man.
He's pulled me out of some dark places the last few weeks.
He's the man.
He really is. And they're undefeated with their backup, Allen.
Exactly.
Yeah. Even early in the morning, they play good.
Yeah, just keep him in there.
Yeah.
And then I alluded to this with our musical choices, but the Chargers were playing the Steelers.
Oh, come on.
At home in L.A., and their stupid music person played Renegade by Styx, which is one of the Steelers, pump-up songs.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's one of their fight songs, if you will. And they played it at the Charger Arena. And then once they realized their problem there, they cut it off and replaced it with, and this is not a joke, Rick Astley, Never Gonna Give You Up. You cannot make that shit up.
Oh, man. I got to say, they recovered nicely.
Did they?
Yeah, I think so.
With the Rick Astley, they Rick-rolled the stadium after pumping up the Steelers fans.
Yeah, they Rick-rolled the Steeler fans, I think. They were like, they're getting pumped up to Renegade. Like, they don't know it's our jam. And then all of a sudden you hear fucking
Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down.
Like, oh, what happened to our music?
Yeah.
You guys got us.
I got to say, watching both the Charger game and the Rams game, first of all, the Chargers game, with the music and everything else, it was like all Steelers fans.
Well, that's what some of the players were saying. It already feels like a road game, and you're playing their music.
Exactly.
Now.
Previously, watching the Rams game, I thought they were actually playing in San Francisco because
they got spanked
all the
by
jerseys
the
were
Niners.
red.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, look at all the jerseys. And then I looked at, like, the third quarter, finally dawned on me, they're in L.A.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Yes, they are.
Well, that's what happens when you got 30 years of like no football team in LA. It's like, what the fuck were we supposed to do? We're not going to stop watching.
Well, I figure everybody in my generation from California, like Southern California especially, probably is either a Raiders or Niners fan, because we got ditched by the Rams. Well, in fact, we got ditched by the Raiders, which is why I hate them. And so that's why I'm a Niners fan. That and Joe Montana and Steve Young. But yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of people down here that are big Niners fans.
I think, I don't know. I think just that's a long time. Like, I'm sure we all know Steeler fans, but the funny thing about Steeler fans is none of them are from Pittsburgh. They're from everywhere else.
Right.
Like, it's so weird.
Same with Packers fans.
Yeah,
they're never from Wisconsin.
I know a couple Wisconsin fans, so I can't really speak to that one.
Okay.
Yeah. It's funny. Every time I see, I'm from Wisconsin, I'm like, oh, yeah, Packers. Oh, yeah.
Don't you know?
Yeah.
Darn tootin'.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the crowd. You could hear the crowd. Going back to the Rams game, get off the Chargers game, please. You just listen to the fans cheer. It's like... Yeah. It was all 49ers.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Can we talk about real quickly who's undefeated right now in the NFL?
Hey, man.
Hey, the Patriots.
Patriots, that's right.
They look the 49ers.
Whoa.
They look for real. I mean, after that game,
49ers look good. I'm sorry.
They look real good. You know who looks extra good? Jimmy Garoppolo. Boy, is he a
Jimmy G.
stud. He is a dime.
Yeah.
That guy is hot.
Once you don't get hurt.
Yeah. No, I'm just talking about his looks.
Yeah. I'm saying he's playing
he's a handsome
well.
boy.
I don't know that he's playing necessarily really. He doesn't play as good as he looks.
No, that is. But how could he?
It's probably impossible.
Neither does Tom Brady, for that matter. Yeah.
The two handsomest quarterbacks could face off in the Super Bowl.
I'm kind of hoping for it.
And
be
their
just
defense.
like a jerk session the whole Super Bowl.
Yeah, they just put out a runway catwalk thing there.
Oh my god!
Just modeling their jerseys the whole time.
Christ.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Here's the thing, Jimmy G. I've been able to watch very little of him this year. Well, he does not look like some elite, Lord and Savior quarterback. But the Niners as a team just look really good right now.
Yeah, they do.
Both offense and defense.
And I will say,
They got
too,
defense.
Especially defense.
I'll say your guys' head coach could probably kick every other head coach's ass.
Why?
Like, I don't know. He just looks badass. He's like a shaved head, and he's all like buff and shit. Like, he looks like a
Shanahan?
Yeah, I think
Oh,
that.
no.
Who's
You're talking
that?
about their defensive.
There you go.
coach.
That must be the one
I was
I'm
like,
talking about.
Shanahan looks like a wimp. What are you talking about?
The defensive,
the defensive
coordinator.
coach.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's on crack.
Yeah, that guy's
It's
crazy.
obvious,
He's
yeah.
juiced. Yeah.
He's pumped. He's ready.
He can beat everyone up,
He
though.
will kick your
I'm
ass.
certain of it.
Yeah, he's the one offering money for hits now.
Probably.
Yeah. You don't take his head off. Kick your ass. All right, that's enough sports. Sorry, guys. Old Timey Word of the Week, Polt. Polt. It's a blow or a punch. That guy just came up and pulted me in the face.
Bolted.
Yeah. Yeah. He gives somebody mouth and off to you, a big pult.
Falstellarian was pulting me in the face the other day.
Nice callback. I think the Steelers pulted the Chargers this weekend.
Oh.
Yeah.
Back to that.
Yeah, the Niners pulted the Rams.
There we
so
go.
There we go.
Talk about that.
Pulted sounds
please.
dirty when you say it that way.
It does sound a little dirty.
He pulted the Rams.
Yeah.
Like right in the pult.
It does sound a little rough.
Yeah.
All right, let's class things up a little bit.
This one's a classy dame with a great palate. It's Beer Babe of the Week.
It is indeed. Her name is Vicky, and you can follow her on the grams at Vicky Craft Beer. All one word, no C, by the way, in Vicky. V-I-K-I. Vicky Craft Beer.
That's easy.
Yeah, and this one she's drinking a Stone Berliner, which is quite delicious if you're into the Berliners. So make sure you give her a follow on the grams at Vicky Craft Beer. All one word. All right, while we open up these beers, let's start off with the first news story before we call the pen.
Extra, extra, drink all about it. It's time for booze news.
It is time indeed. Yuengling, East Coast Brewery. You guys ever had Yuengling?
No.
I don't think so.
It's hard to get out here. It's pretty good. It's kind of like a, just your typical light beer. Anyways, they are teaming up with Hershey's to come out with a chocolate porter that will only be available on draft.
More chocolate.
More
With
chocolate.
Hershey's, really?
Yeah, with Hershey's. Two of Pennsylvania's most iconic businesses, Yuengling and Hershey's, are linking up on a fall beer release. Yuengling and Hershey's announced today the release of Chocolate Porter, a draft-only release available in 14 markets from mid-October to mid-February. The collaboration marks the first between the two companies. Chocolate Porter, that's a very creative name there, which checks in at 4.7%, is a modified version of Yuengling's dark brewed porter with the taste of Hershey's chocolate. We saw a unique opportunity to partner with Hershey's, a brand known worldwide for its iconic, delicious tasting chocolate, to deliver fans our first ever beer collaboration. This is Jennifer Yuengling, VP of Operations. We spent nearly a year developing our Yuengling Hershey's chocolate porter and are excited for the world to indulge in this classic taste of Yuengling dark brewed porter blended with the unmistakable taste of Hershey's chocolate. Bringing together over 300 years of craft and experience is quite rare in 2019, says Ernie Savo, Senior Director of Global Licensing and Business Development at the Hershey Company. However, that's exactly what we did, bringing together the Yuengling brewing masters with the chocolate-making expertise of Hershey. It'll be available in restaurants throughout Pennsylvania, Ohio, West Virginia, Virginia, New York, Connecticut, Maryland, Massachusetts, New Jersey, different new, Rhode Island, Delaware, Indiana, Kentucky, and DC. It's like everywhere but the West, pretty much.
Yeah, that's the way it goes.
Yes, a lot of beers being chocolatized.
They're connecting, y'all.
They are connecting. All right, let's make that call. Looks like everybody's got their beer now.
He calls to the bullpen for
beer.
What's a bullpen? Sorry.
I'm sure as a Dodger fan, you just don't know what it is, right?
Heard of that.
Yeah.
That's who Dave Roberts should have called up.
Yeah.
On the bullpen. Should have called up beer.
Yeah.
He'd still be in this thing.
Anybody but Kershaw. Okay, anyway.
Yeah. Pick up that phone.
Beer.
Mm-hmm. We are drinking as our bullpen beer Firestone Walker's Cashmere XPA. That's extra pale ale. 5.5%, 85 IBUs. Has a 3.76 on Untapped. Not on Beer Advocate. Nope, 85 on Beer Advocate.
Holy shit.
Wow, that was a rough one.
I'm lost.
You know what? I got confused with another beer that is not on Beer Advocate. Yeah. They're blend. I have two beers on the same page, and boy, was that a mistake.
Oh, man. Two beers, one page.
It's my favorite porn. From Firestone, they say, brewmaster Matt Brindleson and his team recently fell in love with the Cashmere hop from the Pacific Northwest, inspiring them to create the single hop extra pale ale. This result is a bright, hop-forward beer loaded with Cashmere's lush flavors of Palisade peach and tropical fruit.
Yes, very tropical.
I've been preaching the ways of the Cashmere hop for quite some time
Dude,
now.
I love me some Cashmere hops.
It does smell a little peachy, a little tropically. This one definitely has a bigger nose than our first beer tonight.
Yes. And yeah, but you could definitely taste like a lot of the fruit. And I don't know, like it's funny, like the last one was very balanced, and this one, not in a bad way.
Mm-hmm.
Like the taste is like very, like you can taste like all the different parts of it.
Yeah, I get a lot of tropical fruit, maybe a little bit of peach in there, but definitely the tropical fruit kind of ends a little dank. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Co-sign that.
I agree.
Very easy to drink. It's only 5.5. It makes sense, but I really enjoy this. I think I've been preaching the ways of the Cashmere for quite some time now, and you just can't go wrong with it.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah. Unless you're me. I fucked up a Cashmere IPA pretty good. Tasted like shit. But other than me, I think this is the hop of the future. I don't know.
And it actually was one of the thousands of beers that I drank this weekend.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, being stranded at home. Being stranded at home due to the fires.
Right.
So
in your efforts to stay moist.
Yeah, yes.
I believe those were your words.
I did say that.
Certainly not mine.
I gotta say my favorite hop though, I think is, and I can't even name it, but it starts with an S. Was it Samsonite? Similac?
That's a suitcase.
Simone.
Yeah. He must work out.
Yeah. Had a beer in one hand and a fire extinguisher in the other.
Simcoe. I think that's my favorite hop. So
Simcoe is a great hop.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Citra's great. It's a really easy, just you can use it anywhere.
Oh yeah, Citra.
Yeah, Simcoe is a good one.
I don't know why I like that one. When I'm tasting a beer, I'm like, oh man, this is really good. And I look, I'm like, oh, that's why.
It's got Simcoe.
Simcoe, no wonder.
I wish I could remember. I can't think of the beer right now, but recently I was drinking a beer and I went, God damn, this is so good. And I was just digging the shit out of it. And the lady friend was with me. She goes, oh, look, it's got Cashmere in it. I was like, well, there you go.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Love me some Cashmere.
I don't know why. Yeah. And Cashmere is like very like, man, it's very silky. I've noticed like the beer comes out like really like, like real smooth.
Like Cashmere.
Yeah.
But it's true. It's weird. Like you can usually get that. I mean, I don't think I've ever had a beer that has a fair amount of Cashmere that doesn't have that like luxurious mouthfeel to it.
Agreed.
Yeah. So. All right, back to the news. Brooklyn Brewing. I don't know what this trend is all about, but Brooklyn Brewing brings non-alcoholic offerings to the U.S.
What the fuck, Brooklyn?
I know. Why is this non-alcoholic trend really picking up steam?
I'm surprised. I didn't think Brooklyn would do that to us.
Right.
I'm like,
come on, Brooklyn.
I'm put off here.
Yes.
Next thing you know, they'll sign Kevin Durant to not play for him. Oh, wait.
Oh.
Oops.
Ooh.
My bad.
Yep, they're
Sorry.
dead. From their CEO, Eric Ottaway, says, if you're drinking a non-alcoholic beer, there was something wrong with you. It was kept in the back of the bar fridge and carefully poured into a glass and given to you so nobody would see what you were drinking. It was kind of an embarrassing thing. Yeah. Whereas you go into Europe and it's celebrated. It's treated as the opposite in most countries. People would never sneer at you or look down at you like you had a problem. Yeah, the problem is there's no booze in your beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
That is a problem.
Yeah.
I like session beers, lower ABV, so I can have more without getting hammered, but I don't know that I need a no alcohol beer.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know. I don't get that. It's funny because usually us Yanks get the,
right.
We got the bad rep of not being able to drink alcohol or whatever, but it's all these dudes over here saying non-alcohol, supposedly. I mean, really? Is that how you guys roll over there? Overseas?
Right.
Drinking non-alcoholic beer?
Yeah, I don't
know.
Why? I don't get it.
Holler at me. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me you're sipping on that non-alcoholic beer right now and I'm an idiot.
Yes.
Do it.
Somebody.
I dare you.
Yeah, please. Tweet Commissioner Dan.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not reverse psychology. You won't be called an idiot on the show. I guarantee it.
At Cleanup Glass.
That's right.
3 Colorado. This is the other reason for Renegade. The first Renegade was, of course, the Chargers. 3 Colorado breweries. Renegade Brewing, Good River Beer, and Rocky Mountain Sector have merged to create the Brewers Co-Hop. Co-Hop. See what they did there? A new business venture.
Co-whip?
Yes, that will share a production facility and back-of-house resources in Denver.
Oh.
The 3 breweries will share brewing and administrative space in a 15,000 square foot facility in Denver's Baker neighborhood. The facility previously served as Renegade's production brewery, which the brewer had listed for sale for $1.2 million last year, according to Denver Alt Weekly newspaper Westward. The building was also housed to Good River's will also house Good River's first tap room, which will serve beers from the other 2 brands on guest taps. So this is really interesting. Because we keep talking about like the way of the future seems to be small breweries kind of merging together, sharing distribution, sharing materials, and that sort of thing. Also interesting because if you remember, a little over a year ago, I interviewed the owner of Renegade Brewing and talked not only about his production facility, but also I was like, will you ever open up this space as a tap room, or will you just keep your original tap room as your serving space? He said, never open up this space as a tap room. And now it's going to host one of the other breweries' tap rooms. So just interesting. I mean, nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Right.
Businesses change, things change, and it's just interesting
You
to
do
see.
what you got to do.
Got to make a business decision.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd rather see them do that than to not be around because I really like
exactly.
Renegade's beer.
That's right.
Exactly.
So go back about a year and you can listen to that one.
Yeah, and who would have thought maybe a year ago, maybe they didn't think like they'd be under this kind of like, web network of like craft beers kind of sticking together now,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, whatever keeps them all in business, I think they should all stick together and, and kind of battle that way.
Yeah, why not? And I'm someone who goes to Colorado quite often. I was just there about a month and a half ago, almost 2 months, I guess. Always go to Denver. Denver is starting to turn into like a mini San Diego. Like craft breweries are just popping up like crazy.
Nice.
And it's great for us, the consumer. It's probably not so great for the brewers. Makes it a little harder to compete. So when you can grab an edge like this, I go for it.
Yeah.
Why not?
Agreed.
You got to be flexible for changing times. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
right.
Look at you being smarticals.
Dude.
Sometimes, yeah.
Every now and
I'm
then.
impressed with all of us
I
here.
surprised myself on that one. Yeah. Where'd that come from?
Yeah, especially Scott.
Yeah. What did I say?
Do you need like a wet washcloth or something? You feeling okay over
Is
there?
that like the
think I read that
scarecrow
off
when
the
he got his brain? The right side of a hypotenuse triangle is whatever the fuck he says.
Dorothy.
There's no place like the bar. There's no place like the bar. And then finally in today's news, the brewers at Sam Adams have announced the upcoming release of the 11th batch of their highly sought-after barrel-aged extreme beer, Utopias. Do you guys remember Utopias?
Sounds familiar. Do you have another glass there?
If you recall, Utopias is the bottle from Sam Adams that hits the shelves for $210
Oh, fuck.
per bottle.
That's right.
Now does it ring a bell?
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I erased it from my mind, I
Yeah,
think. It's
because we'll never have it.
Something I'll never buy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I actually had, I think it was either last year or the year before when it dropped, somebody texted me and said, hey, do you want to go in on a bottle of Utopias?
Ooh.
And I was like, how many people? Goes, just you and I. I said, nope.
Nope.
I was like, here's the deal. If you want to work it out to where like I pay $15 or $20 for a glass, like a pint or something, or I don't know how they probably wouldn't serve it as a pint because that's boozy as fuck. But you know, whatever it is, a serving, and I pay $15 or $20, and I could try it one time, and that's it. I would be down for that. I would come over, we have a little Utopias party. Everybody drops their $10, $20, whatever it is,
Yeah.
split the cost, and I'd be in for that. I'd be okay. But the thought of spending $210, or in that case, $105 on a bottle of half a bottle of beer is a little insane to me. I just can't quite do it.
God.
Especially never having it.
It's like a bomber at least though, right?
It is a 25.4 ounce ceramic. I think you're paying for the bottle more than you're paying for the beer.
Really?
Yeah, it's 28% also.
Holy shit.
Still not worth $105.
Right.
My wallet almost flew out of my pants right now.
Oh, that was your wallet.
28%. Yeah. Well, both, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, 28%. By the time you're on your
Sorry.
fourth sip, you can't even taste it anymore.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like doing
man.
shots almost.
Challenge accepted?
Yeah, I guess we'll find out, right?
I know, right?
All right.
Go for it, Dan.
If anybody wants to go halvesies with Dan,
Oh,
his wallet's on the floor.
it is.
Literally.
Yeah.
Walking by
Flew
itself.
out of his pants.
Yeah. His wallet flew out of his pants. From founder and brewer Jim Koch. I never know. Everybody says it differently. Since it was first brewed, Sam Adams Utopias has been nothing short of a labor of love. As brewers, we take pride in everything we make, but there's something special about putting such a unique, extreme beer in the hands of not only the craft beer community, but our coworkers. Involving new members of our team from Dogfish Head in the bottling process this year signified collaboration, progress, and inspired future innovations that we can't wait to share. Yeah, still way too expensive.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jim Coach Koch, whatever your name
I'm
is.
still really curious how that tastes.
Curious about the cock, are you?
I would love to try it. Like I said, I'd pay to try it, but I would not pay to buy the whole bottle.
That's true.
Just can't do it.
Oh, man. That's true.
Maybe Dan will bring it the next show.
Maybe,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, maybe Santa will get us
Right.
a bottle.
We're counting on you, Dan.
Oh, man.
right, Dan.
You're our only hope.
I do
Santa
have a
Dan.
beard, and it's slowly turning white. Maybe by December, it'll be like Santa Claus,
Ooh.
the Santa Claus movie.
Yeah. Come on in with your ho ho ho.
I'll get all fat.
Yep. Fall off roofs. Yeah.
Is that what happened?
Yeah. He fell off a roof, got a concussion, thought he was Santa Claus.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
That is what really happened, huh?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I was at the right age to watch that movie.
You're like, hey, wait a minute.
I was like 7 when that thing came out. So that's it for us. Thank you all for joining along and listening. Make sure you find us at theunfilteredgentleman.com, on the social medias at theunfilteredgentleman, except for Twitter at unfilteredgents. You can drunk dial us 805-538-BEER. It's 2337. We love your drunk voicemails. And in the meantime, I hope everyone is staying very well hydrated. Oh, and don't forget to follow Dan at Cleanup Glass.
Yes.
What are they supposed to get at you about? I've already forgotten.
Oh, yeah. If overseas, if you drink non-alcoholic beer.
That's
and
right.
you're proud of it.
Come on, Europeans.
That's
Are you
right.
proud of your non-alcoholic beers?
Hit me up.
Yeah, you shouldn't be, but hit them up either way.
And then make fun of Team USA basketball. Because we suck.
I'll say, what Team USA basketball? Even the Canadians are laughing at us.
That's right.
Okay, so stay hydrated. And on that note, good night, everybody.